The Autonomyist, a short story by Jesse Fenelon. There was a large room with a large table in the middle of it. Well-lit people started to appear in the chairs around the table. There were all the world leaders. The President of the United States, Prime Minister of Britain, President of Russia, the list went on. All the major world leaders started to appear within the room. Though they were all there, they were all confused. After a long silence of bewilderment, finally the President of the United States stood up and said, "All right, who called this meeting? How did I get here?" Then there was a large voice, which sounded as though it came from the walls of the room. "I did," said the voice. A moment later, a man stepped forward, dressed in what looked like a robe for a monk. Face covered, the man spoke. "I have called you all here to discuss the future of the entire human race." The President of Russia stood up and asked, "We still don't know why we are here, or how we even got here. State your business." Then the man stood up and said, "I am the Autonomyist. Thy will is existence. You were all brought here by my will." The Prime Minister of Britain stood up and said, "That's impossible!" But the Autonomyist cut him off. "Not impossible. You are all here. Now, let's get on to the point of the meeting. With this ability I have been given, I ask the question, what is the point of life? And existence responded. Life here was an experiment gone wrong. Now existence told me the only thing we can do that would be worth it is to end our suffering. "End our suffering? What on earth could you mean?" said the President of Italy. "By stopping the flow of children. No more humans would be born. No more pain would need to be felt," said the Autonomyist. "This does not seem right. The point of life should be to continue it, to improve on it, survive as long as we can, and then do the best at what we can make do of," said the President of France. "That is what I thought as well at first. So I asked existence for reasoning. And what I got made more sense than any popular belief. The reasoning is that no matter how perfect you try and make something on this earth, you can never achieve perfection. A rich man could have all he wants and sickness would still fall upon him. And even if we get close to being content, something will always pull us down to not reach that. A middle-class person could achieve all he ever wanted, but yet still want more. The human soul is never satisfied. It continues to be tormented in some way or form. We can make all the technology of the world, but still the human condition would creep back upon us like a virus that just won't die. Another matter is that from an atheist point of view, there is no destiny to take place. We're all just cogs in the machine that we created. So why continue if pain is going to take place? Doesn't make any sense. From a religious point of view, let's use Christianity for example. No more souls could be risked dying and ending up in hell. All of this sounds like a big perception. Where are the facts? How do we know this man is obeying existence? Said the Prime Minister of Japan. Think about this. You are on the other side of the room, said the Autonomyist. How is it that you hear me? This room is bigger than Noah's Ark, and yet I have no microphone. You are hearing me because I am willing it. And any other of you that ask, is there a limit to my ability? I cannot do what existence does not want me to. Then the Prime Minister of Sweden stood up and said, We can't just give up on mankind and end it here. But we can, said the Autonomyist. Believe it or not, all of your societies don't work. Nothing will be perfect. So why even try? Jobs are harder to come by than ever before. Many people hate their lives anyway, and birth rates and relationships are going down faster than ever before. The only thing keeping these people alive today is the music and the TV shows and media around them. The saddest part is that all of that crap is just a mask of reality, of the pain. We can't cure it unless we can't feel it. Some people think that if they get into a relationship, this will end all of their sorrow. But it only makes it worse. It will give life, new life, which starts the process all over again. From there, the continuing generations will only feel pain. The pain is all they're left to feel anyway. So I will put this to a vote. To obey existence and end the human race, or to keep it going, and to accomplish nothing that can satisfy our human conditions. After this, a device appeared in everyone's hand that said end next to a green button, and not end next to a red button. A few minutes later, the vote was cast, and the Prime Minister of Sweden stood up and said, The vote has been cast. The decision is made. The human race will end.